Simpson here at the conference office talking with everyone as we recap Week 7 and talk about Week 8 of the Big South football season. Before we begin with our coaches, our usual announcements, starting with our players of the week from this past weekend. Choice Hotels Offensive Player of the Week was quarterback Trey White of Kennesaw State. Defensive Player of the Week was Charleston Southern linebacker Solomon Brown. The Special Teams Player of the Week, Monmouth kicker and punter Matt White. And the Kronz Brand Freshman of the Week, Kennesaw State kicker Justin Thompson. Additional news and notes to pass along. Matt White from Monmouth, late yesterday, was named the Stats National Special Teams Player of the Week, as well as the College Sporting News, one of their national all-stars for his performance against Liberty. Kennesaw State quarterback Trey White posted the third highest single-game rushing total by a Big South quarterback with 170 yards this past weekend against Gardner-Webb. Charleston Southern is the first team in league history to allow less than 200 offensive yards in back-to-back conference games, having done so the last 2 weeks against Monmouth and PC. Entering this weekend, Coastal Carolina's D'Angelo Henderson is looking to break the FCS record for most consecutive games with a touchdown, currently at 20. Kennesaw State is the first newcomer to the league to win its first ever Big South game. Liberty's Darren Peterson became the Big South all-time career leader for receiving yards over the weekend. And he's 31 receptions away from breaking the Big South reception record as well. Presbyterian's Darrell Bridges, he's approaching PC's Division I record for rushing yards in a season. Liberty's Josh Woodrum, he is also within reach of a Big South career record, this one for passing yards. And the Big South ESPN3 exclusive Game of the Week this Saturday features Coastal Carolina at Monmouth. And the Shots are carrying a 9-game road win streak into the contest. That win streak is a league record. So some news and notes to pass along, and now we will turn it over to our head coaches. And we welcome in the first coach of the morning, head coach of the Rice Bulldogs of Gardner-Webb, Coach Carroll McCray. Good morning, Coach.
Good morning. How you doing, Mark?
We're doing fine. I understand the team just wrapped up some practice as the school's on fall break. If you can open up, talk about the game against Kennesaw State, we'll start taking questions and talking about this week's opponent.
Sure. Well, yeah, we're back to work. It's normal routine for us. We win or lose, we have to close things out on Sunday and then move forward. We are, in a little bit of a different schedule because of fall break with the university, and hoping we can get out here and get refocused and work on the task at hand. Congratulations, Coach Bohannon and his staff. They did a great job down there last week, and we needed some guys to step up and make some plays for us at some critical times, and we did not get that done. So, on to work we go, and back to the basic things. Try to get our guys lined up properly and make sure that we do things the right way and then do things the tough way and make sure we stay focused one play at a time. We did not do that last week, and it proved to be our demise in quite a few different areas. We did have some guys that played well, and we had some things that went our way, and we rallied a little bit there at the end, but a little too late, and they made some plays when they needed to, and we did not. So on we worked to a really fine football team in Charleston Southern. I think you spoke about their defense. Certainly defensively, they are on top of the game right now. I think they're very, very well coached. Really fundamental, sound football team with their defense. They do what they're told and do it in a very fine way. Offensively, I think Coach Chadwell and the offensive staff, they do a really good job of formations, moving their guys around to give them angles and numbers so that they can run the football, and then their quarterback certainly can hit you with the pass. I'm really impressed with their line of scrimmage, and that's why they win a lot of football games, and impressed with the discipline of their football team. I think that's why they're solid in all three phases. So we've got our hands full. We're glad to be back playing at home, and certainly we'll have to be focused and prove to be a lot better football team this week than we did last week to have any opportunity to challenge Charleston Southern this week.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. At this time, we'll start taking questions for Coach McCray. To ask a question, please press star one on your phone at any time, or click the Q&A link near the top of your browser, and click raise hand if you joined us via the web. And Coach, while we're waiting for a question or two, you got to have Kennesaw State first. What's just the overall impression of the new program and some things that you witnessed in person that you really didn't see on tape, or things that just magnified even more from preparations?
Well, I saw what I thought I would see on videotape, and I wasn't caught off guard. It seemed as if our kids were caught off guard, and I got to do a better job making sure they understand what I understand. But Coach Bohannon has a very technical football team. They're very disciplined. Their option attack certainly can give you issues. You have to be in the right place, have your eyes in the right spot. I said last week, I bragged on their quarterback in the press conference last week when you guys had us on the phone. I said he was a tough and very savvy football player that could hurt you both ways, and certainly he proved to be exactly what I thought he was to be. And but they're doing an outstanding job. I think their kids have really bought in a very, very fast way with what they're doing, and it looks to me as if they're a great addition to the Big South Conference, not only by what they do on the field, but what they're doing off the field and their vision to bring their football team forward and keep improving it.
We're taking questions for Gardner-Webb head coach Carroll McCray. Please press star one on your phone at any time to ask a question, or click the Q&A link near the top of your browser and click raise hand if you join us via the web. This week's opponent, Charleston Southern, comes in. I think Gardner-Webb is 10-4 at home under you, Coach, so it's always great to play at home. Just with preparing for Charleston Southern, they've kind of used two quarterbacks for most of their time. I know between Kyle Copeland and Austin Brown. Just what do you see the differences of those two, and how are you able to prepare for both?
Well, I think that Coach does similar things. Certainly stays with his basic things with both those guys, and one may be a little stronger in one area than the other. But I think that the other football players, surround them with some really good things so that they can show their strengths when they play both. And but they're both very effective. The plan is the plan for them. They stay with their plan. They may give you different formations, may throw it a little bit more with one than the other. But, you better be able to stop the run. You better be able to stop those really fine running backs. You better be able to find the tight end, and you better be able to get off some really good perimeter blocking that they do with their receivers, their backs, and their tight ends. So a lot of similarities, even though they change guys. Their plan is their plan. They're very focused on what they do, and you got to make sure you line properly and match things up, and really downhill, you better be good tacklers against these guys.
And you mentioned earlier Charleston Southern's defense just playing very well right now. Just what are some of the challenges that you see from that defensive side of the ball?
Well, I think you got to certainly work formations to maybe give them a thing or two that they have not seen. If you sit still in formations, I think they really draw a bead on you. I think they're very, very stout, on the perimeter and the back end. I think their youth is probably up front from what I can see. They're a little more youthful defensively in the front seven. Offensively, they're all junior, senior starters. Defensively, I think it has some changes up front. But on the back end, corner safeties, their Spur is an outstanding football player. And, they really run to the football and play team defense. So I think, if you can get things going with your run game, or you move past the line of scrimmage, they got a lot of guys headed your way. You better start fast, and you better finish your blocks if you want to have a chance to hold on to them. They're very motivated, and they're coached very, very well. I think they're a good tackle football team, even the young guys.
We're taking final questions for Gardner-Webb head coach Carroll McCray. Press star one on your phone at any time, or click the Q&A link near the top of your browser and click raise hand as we wrap up our segment with Coach McCray. Coach, I'm not seeing any more questions for you, so we'll go ahead and let you go. Thanks for joining us, and good luck Saturday against the Bucks.
Okay, Kyle. Thanks a whole bunch. Y'all have a great day. See you.
Thank you.